Hello and welcome to Gnome Records. Johnny, today we're going to be doing this Shadow Knight Epic 1.0. Innoruuk's Curse. That is the goal today, and hopefully we do it. So I have all of the items pre-collected. The Dark Forge items, the enchanted bars, the Dusty Tome, the swords, the spine, the hide, and the cell key. So I believe we are ready to go. Now, if you also look in my bag, I also have everything for the 2.0. We are missing a few things for the 1.5, so we're going to work on all that. So I actually took them from Hobbs, my 125 Shadow Knight. I am just going to turn him into a warrior and leave him at that, because I don't need 2 Shadow Knights. So I took the pieces that he had for his 2.0. He already has the 1.0. So we're going to start that today. And I'm going to be... There we go. So this is eqprogression.com. This guy here makes a lot of guides and stuff. So we're going to be following the instructions here. And then we're also going to be following the instructions here on the elixir page for the Epic. So I'll leave a source to these 2 pages here, eqprogression.com, Shadow Knight Epic 1.0 Quest, and the same version here. Now, the EQ Progression one is more, you know, just get in and get it done kind of thing. So it's going to be a little bit more straightforward in its path, and it does have a lot more hints when it says to go do things, whereas the Alakazam one is literally the quest from start to end, and it does have like a checklist at the top, but it is very you know, going through all the dialogue and everything there. So let's go ahead and get started. So where do we need to start for this thing? So I've already farmed the Dark Forge armor. Now to typically get this, you go here to the Verant, and you kill these lizards until you get this stuff. This is previously it was in Thule, but since they revamped that in Plains of Power, the items were moved out here to the Verant, and you have to just farm the spiritualists, the crusaders and stuff. It takes a while. Like you could spend days trying to get the pieces, but once you have those, you turn them in Temple Soul Roll, and you can go from there like that. So the first real step is that we need to go to the over there and talk to Kurron Ni. And he's in town. We give him the Dark Forge helm, Dark Forge Grievers, and the breastplate, plus 900 platinum. He's going to respawn, and then he will attack us. When we kill him, we get this letter. And then we take this letter to Peniel. So let's go ahead and start that. Now, I do have I've already done this quest, and there's a video, I think it's called Innoruuk's Curse, Sons of Thule, on the channel. So that one's a little bit more edited. This one's going to be a live stream. And whatnot. So like Krez has already joined the chat and whatnot. So this is I am live streaming this, so anything can happen while we're doing this, and it's not going to be as edited. So first things first, we need to go to up over there. So let's go. Actually, is there an port over there? I'm not 100% sure. I should have logged on a druid. I do have like my 120. I think he's 120, right? he's 120 warrior right there. So if I need him for anything, he's gonna help out. He should be able to kill everything. I don't see over there as an option. All right, so I'm gonna save my Stein, and we're just gonna go and run through the lobby. And take a little bit longer to get there, but I feel like at the current point of where we are, we should be able to solo all of the mobs in this without external help. And then we'll eat a Gouda at the end for the payment of all the sub stuff that we have gotten out of this. And it's not an item we're going to actually be using. It's more of a cosmetic item, but it is required to do the 1.5. So we'll need to do it that way. And then I'm hoping, like, you know, we'll do the 1.5 in the next stream. So we'll see how that goes. There might be some pre-farm in there, but you can see this is on FV, so you can see the server is popping. There is a lot of people here. and it's one of the most popular servers. So definitely there. But we're gonna run through here, and then we can just run out to over there real quick from the portal here. I'm saving my Stein because we're gonna literally click it once we once we get there, and then go to Peniel and turn in this next part and whatnot. Now this quest is all based on True Spirit faction, so we're doing things to gain faction, and then it'll get reset at the end. There used to be ways to cheese around it, like you could do the Shaman quest as a Shadow Knight and get some extra points to skip certain things, but I've never done any of the skips when I've done this. I've done I think the Shadow Knight epic 3 times. I have it on my original Shadow Knight Yurd, and then I have it on Hobbs, which was Zerd back in the day. So right, let's go through here. Let's get mounted up here so we can run slightly faster. All right, and this one should be over there if I'm not mistaken. Perfect, over there. And then I did see that there are there's going to be 115 heroic characters available for purchase starting next week, I believe. So that's pretty crazy. That's like a lot of that is a lot of content you don't have to do to get there. I need more information on those, and I'll probably buy one and do heroic 115 videos for all of them. But definitely going to be interesting to see what they actually start with, and how strong they actually are. So 115, I feel like you'd be starting in Terror of Luckland, but not sure. We're going the wrong way. I'm like, where am I going? All right, so we're going this way. He's right over here. We're going to visit. I don't know my faction in this fort, and I should not be KOS, but you never know. All right, there is the dude right here. We can try to hail him. Let me freaking viz, con him. Apprehensive hail. Out of my way, stranger. I'm on a delicate mission. Interfere with my search, and I shall relieve you of your head. Right. So we go over here to the Alexam page. You'd say, "What do you seek?" Question mark. I've traveled here in hopes of finding a soul worthy of assisting me in completing my mission. So then you say, I am worthy. I doubt it, but I've been wrong before. Before I share the details of my mission, however, you must prove your worthiness. Do you agree? And agreed. Well then, my friend, I have an acquaintance that stands that need 3 pieces of Darkforge armor. He requires the breastplate, the greaves, and the helmet to complete his set. I almost have to pay him back a loan. This come due in the amount of 900 platinum. Return to me, and I shall share with you my dark mission and the immeasurable reward. And the reward is earned at its completion. Show your face here without fulfilling a request, and I'll offer you on the altar to Innoruuk himself. Now, he needs 900 platinum, so we just drop that on there, right? And then he wants the Darkforge breastplate, the Darkforge greaves, and the Darkforge helmet. So we're going to hand those over, and then he responds. Now, notice the little star next to his name? That means he doesn't want that no one else can attack him but us, so he's kind of protected, right? And then hail him again, and he's not talking. So what mission? There we go. That triggers the attack. And then he says, my mission was only to find a pathetic Shadow Knight and bring him closer to Innoruuk. You volunteered by exercising my superior powers of persuasion. I have now taken from you a fine suit of armor, enough coin to ensure that I will be sleeping neither soberly or alone for some time. Now, I ask you, Worthy Shadow Knight, do you not feel the fires of hatred coursing through your veins like never before? That is your very reward I spoke of. You have been brought closer to my master. My mission is complete. You foolish excuse for a dark night. I shall take your head and tell all of your generous donation to the mighty Teardale rogues. Now, we're gonna kill him real quick. Let's go ahead and snare him, and we'll just let him. We'll just auto attack. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do much to him here. There we go. All right. So now he's a level 55 rogue. He might have some issues with him, but when we kill him, we're gonna get a letter. And we'll take that letter and we will turn it into the next guy. There we go. And there's the letter to Duriek. So grab that. And if we right click on it, we get an actual letter. Duriek, I have searched for this godless pit for what seems to be eternity, with nothing to show for my efforts. I pray to Innoruuk that you have made some breakthrough in your research. Please update me as to your progress. In the meantime, I have to run in some unexpected expenses and will need some funds to carry on. Additional 10,000 should suffice. Regards, Camlet. All right, so there we go. We got a nice little letter. We're going to take that off to Paniel. So I am actually just going to use the little teleporter over here. I forgot how close it was, so we can run out of here and go to clicky book and then just go to the next one. So very quick, with the Planes of Power unlocked, you can get around very easily. All right, so Duriek, the Bloodpool, can be found in Paniel, so that's where we're going to head next. So it should be like the next teleporter over. We should be fine. And this will be like a kind of where we kind of come back and forth quite a bit, but not. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, so Paniel is next one over, just as I said, right here. Now we don't actually have to go in to the city, which would be problematic since we do not have the ability to get the key as a gnome. But what we can do is right outside the city, right as you're going to the Hole or the Warrens, he's in a side room, so we can just go there and grab it. Grab him. All right, so Paniel is this direction. I kind of loving this mount. I feel fast. I feel fast. You know, it's nice. Thank you for the follow, XOuchX, 22 minutes ago before I started streaming. Thank you very much. All right, we should get in here. Now we just need to give him the letter. He does have some text, so let's see if we can trigger that. Like last time I did some of these quests, I could not trigger the actual text. That was quite problematic. Trying to record the video, but it's fine. All right, what? I missed the door, didn't I? There it is. And that's a Zob. There he is, Duriek Bloodpool. Duriek. Hail him. Let me turn invis off. Con him apprehensive. Hail. Doesn't respond to hails. So we can just hand him the note since he does not respond to anything. All right, we got 3 more True Spirit, and then he says, yes, most unfortunate. I was informed last week of the death of my most recent apprentice a few months ago. I paid a substantial sum to a group of rogues sent from Innoruuk to collect on a gambling debt. He swore to me that was the end of it, but I suspected otherwise. My warnings of gambling with the rogues fell on deaf ears. All right, so, and then we can say what apprentice. As stubborn and foolish as he sometimes was, he was full of potential. He had managed to achieve my age. He had managed to achieve my age. He doubtlessly would have surpassed my abilities. Though I am not surprised at his passing, he will be sorely missed. Well, I thank you for your efforts. Feel free to meet me in the tavern for a drink sometime. I must now get to the task replacing my associate. Let's say I will replace him. You seem a bit green, and I hesitate to trust you with such an important work, but time is of the essence, as my days in this world are running out. Bring me back a bottle of cough elixir, and if you are still interested, I will instruct you further. All right, so now we need to go to Duriek 4 1/4 and find Smaka, and she is going to hook us up with some cough elixir. So the easiest way is going to be Dick Stein. Hey, good morning, White Wolf. How are you doing today? How are you doing? So we're going to go back into Plane of Knowledge, go to Duriek, and we're going to, I guess, run inside. I think we're going to go to the 4 1/4 and talk to Smaka. See if we can get some cough elixir, and then come back, turn that cough elixir in, and continue the quest. Come on. All right, we're back in Plane of Knowledge. Now we can just run down here. To Duriek. I feel like some of these NPCs shouldn't be here yet. All right, Duriek, and then I feel like the anniversary stuff might be starting soon. I think it's next week, so you know, we'll be shifting gears next week into getting a lot of that stuff done. I'm currently on FV, doing this is my solo challenge series that I got going on. I'm just doing my epic one. All right, so we're gonna go straight to Duriek. Let's invis. I don't know what faction's gonna be, and I don't really want to have to deal with all these guys as we're going through it. See here, I recently swapped from TLPs to try out live, and it's, yeah, there's a lot more to the live game than there is on TLPs, just because there's so much content, right? Like the concepts are fairly the same, but there's just so much content, so much to do that it is. I can see how it would be very overwhelming. I've been playing live since Agnar, I believe. I think it was then. And I've had a blast. I prefer the, like, having all the content available to me. Though I am going to be playing the new Frost Reaver TLP that comes out, because that one sounds absolutely crazy. All right, where are you, Smaka? Is this the 4 1/4? Yes, it is. Smaka, you're right there. So let's get to her. Yeah, the quality of life stuff is just so much better. And the fact that there's, like, actually group armor and, you know, stuff like that is just significantly better. And you don't have to raid. You can get good stuff. What server did you pick, Solo? What server? There's Puda. Oh, nice. Yeah, on FE. Excellent. It's a great server. I play on FV and I play on Drenell. And I have characters on Teak and somewhere else. I can't remember. I think Bristlebane, I got a few characters too. Alright, there's Smaka. Alright, we're going to talk to her. Hail. Oh, hold on. Hail. You want stuff or maybe cure? Alright, say I need a bottle of cough. Ah, you want me cure? It costs lots of money. Big secret it is. Only us ogres know how to make. You want only 1,000 platinum. Make you feel better in no times. Alright. So she wants 1,000 platinum. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We get our cough elixir right there. Dark Bargainers, Dreadguard Outer, and Dreadguard Inner all went up. Definitely farm faction there. Alright, so we have the cough elixir. We now need to head back to Paniel to turn it in. And let's see here. That is down. We can take our throne. That's going to be like the only option, I suppose. Let's see what else I got teleport-wise while we're looking here. Yeah, these other ones aren't really gonna get us too close. We got like Spear of Omen. All right, so we're gonna go back to him, and we're just gonna give him the elixir. And then there's a follow-up. And we might not have to go back and forth after this one, since I've already pre-farmed up most of the items. So this should go a little quicker. All right, back to Plane of Knowledge. All right, he's gonna want the Dusty Tome. All right, perfect. He's gonna want the Dusty Tome right next. So we already have that. And you get that from going to the hole and killing rats until you get it. And it took me quite a while. I'm not gonna lie. I spent a while there. I think earlier in this Nomeregard's Journey series, we were in hole doing all that at level. So, oh man, there's a bunch of people here too. This server is crazy. All right, let's go through here. Over there. That's not what we want. There we go. I also took all of my old Shadow Knight weapons off of Hobbs, because he had saved all his weapons that he had. So he's got all his raid stuff. So we're gonna spending Goudas on those as we level from 75, 80, 85, 90. And so we should have some good DPS throughout all that. Those are some decent weapons. I don't have raid armor though for those levels. So we're gonna be running out of Gouda spenders very soon. Until about 105, I think. There's some stuff after that I have, but not a lot. But once we get to the point where we can't do the raids anymore, we will be transitioning into Goudas for mission solo runs. So that'll be That'll be great. All right. Let's see here. I can run through here without falling into the hole. All right, up through here, and here he is. So he just wants the cough elixir. Boom. Thank you. Now, quickly, there's not much time. What I tell you here now, a story shared with another soul. Guys, keep your shh. I've spent the better part of my life piecing together clues for the creation of the legendary Darkblade, a corrupted Ghoulbane. I am very close to understanding the method used in manipulating the enchantments of Ghoulbane, but my current condition, I cannot finish collecting my research. My previous apprentice was searching for this last clue when he met his ultimate demise. All right, so we're going to be, what does this here say? Where was he searching? See, I possess a key that would open a sealed tome to be found somewhere in the ruins uncovered here not long ago. Recover that tome for me, and I am certain I will be able to corrupt the Ghoulbane. My name will be etched into history, and you will wield a legend. You must hurry now, and I must return to my studies. Do not return to me, no regard, without the tome. Alright, so we already have the tome, so we'll just schwacky schwack. There you go. Here's your tome. Let's see here. Duriek Bloodpool gasps at you in astonishment, eyes beaming with pride, and says, "You found it. It seems I underestimated you. You must succeed where others have failed. I fear it would never come to pass." Duriek takes the key from his neck and softly mutters some words and places it in a previous unseen keyhole. The book hinges and creaks as Duriek pulls it open. After reading for a few moments, he says, "It is even better than I had hoped. It will take me weeks to uncover a portion of what this book has to offer, but this is what I have been searching for so many years. At last, I know the items required to corrupt the accursed blade." All right. And then we just need to say what icons. I will need a Ghoulbane, of course. The Soul Leech, the Blade of the Aberration, and the decrepit sheath. Alas, I am too far ill to travel to collect these pieces. I must call upon your youth and ability again. Nomergard, return to me with these items, and I shall be known throughout history as the greatest grave lord to have walked Norath, and you shall be among the most powerful in our art. All right, so now this goes into a sub quest. So let's see here. We have the Ghoulbane, we have Soul Leech, the Dark Sword, and we have the Blade of Armoration. But we need the decrepit sheath, not the decrepit hide. So we need to go in the Quinos Aqueduct system. So we are off to Quinos. Let me see here. I don't have any clicky teleporters, so let me see if we got anything that can get us close to Quinos. Where does this take us? Converts to the slide. Can we convert it there? Must be in my inventory. All right, that one takes us to Skyfire. Oasis. City of Bronze. Yeah, none of those are gonna get us close. All right, so let's oh man. All right, wait, let me check this guy real quick. All right, he's got he's got gate potions. All right, we'll do that. Let's do that. Let's go back to Guild Hall. We'll grab the gate potions off of that guy, and then I have no idea why I don't have any, but that'll save us some time. And I don't know if Guild Hall has a teleport to Quinos, but guess we could just run through guild lobby again. Come on. Alright, now we have gate potions. Let's check to see here if we have a Kinos port. Let's see here. Badar, Karana. Nope. Alright. We're going the long way. So what we're going to do is we're going to run to the Kinos book, which will take us to North Kinos, which is pretty close to the aqueduct system. What should get us there, so we should be able to get down there to where this guy Tradar spawns, and then we need to tell him craft a decrepit sheath. He's going to ask for the Drake spine, and he's going to ask for the hide and an enchanted bar. We'll give those 3 to him, and he's going to give us the sheath. Perfect. All right, let's get through here. And then we'll be going back to Paniel, I believe, to turn in the 4 items to get the corrupted Ghoulbane, which will then lead into the next part of the quest. So that should work out. Yeah, that gets us there. Then we got to go to City of Mist. I should have logged my druid on. Would have made things so much easier. Come on. There we go. All right, let's run down this way. Now, I want to get the transmog item, the ornamentation that you get, but I don't think we can do that till like level 100 from what I saw on the quest level. So as soon as we can get that, we'll get that. We'll just ring around with the transmog for that. That'll look cooler than our current weapon. All right, Freeport, FV, Plane of Tranquility, Kinos. Now, the last time I went down here, I did it as an elixir, and I was KO'd everybody, and it was really a pain in the ass. So, we'll see how this goes as a gnome. Hey, Garrett, how you doing, man? How are you doing? So, where is the aqueducts? Right over here. Let's see what Yukon. Like, I don't know what I've killed. Dubious. I'm dubious to the guards, so this might go a lot easier than I was expecting. There's a hole somewhere around here. There we go. And then down the hole. Come on. Now, to get the decrepit hide and the what is it called? Drake spine. So the Drake spine spawns in the off a guy in Wrath Mountains. Not too hard of a camp, in all honesty. The hide comes from Plane of Hate, which again, not too hard of a camp compared to some of the other stuff. Let's invis just in case. I don't remember what's down here, but I don't think anything's gonna cause any issue for us, but try to remember the way. this isn't good. This isn't it. This is a dead end, I think. I think we gotta go to the other side over here. See, there's a shark down here, but I don't see a way through this one. We're gonna spend all our time trying to figure out the tunnels here. All right, let's go back up, and then let's go. This took us back to right here. All right, back up this way. No, it's this way. It's gonna take me a minute here. I haven't been down in these aqueducts in so long. All right, so that took us to the wrong spot. That took us to the wrong spot. We need to get probably this way. Is there a tunnel? Okay, there's a tunnel in the water here. Perfect. Then we can go probably like around this way, right? Theoretically, we can make it this way. I'm sure there is a like 100% easier way to do. What the hell is this? This goes down. Where does this go? All right, that doesn't go. I'm sure there's a 100% easier way to get to this other side of the map, but probably going through this South Queenos entrance is probably the play. But it's pretty easy. Now, where are we? We're dead end. Yeah, this is a dead end. All right, we're closer though. So let's go back down here. That area will get us up here. But that area does not exist. Here, what the hell was that? Frog locks? What? I've never seen those before down here. All right, we go down and the son of a bitch. All right, that's the zone line. South Queenos. So I've gotten, what do we got here? We're at the decrepit sheath. So we've gone, turned into the Dark Forge, went to Penyo, got the cough syrup, brought that back, and now he wants us to go. Oh, we got the Dusty Tome. We got that. And now he just wants us to go get the Ghoulbane, the Sword from Fear, the Sword from Sky, and the sheath. And I already have all the swords, and so we're good to go. I just need to turn in this sheath, but finding the right spot is the trick here. All right, so that was not correct. Where are we at? Oh, it put us in a different spot. All right. How do I get over there? Wait a minute here. danger. All right, I think we're in the right direction here. I feel like this is... They scared the shit out of me. All right. This is closer. All right. This way. All right. So it's not that way. It's this way. Beware of the plague bringers. All right. All right. Finally. It's just a matter of getting in the right position to see the exit there. Alright, so let's break in biz. Let's call on these guys amicably. Look at this. Oh, we can just walk right in here. Hello, boys. Hi, nice to see you. How you doing? Ah, it's good to see another Shadow Knight. I am Tradar. I've made it my life to fashion a suitable scabbard and sheath for our order. All right. What do I say to you? Say, can you fashion a decrepit sheath? The object you desire is very difficult to fashion, nearly impossible. Really, all I can offer is to try. The real difficulty is the contents that give the sheath its power. They have to be an almost equal evil. I think some kind of decrepit hide and a drake spine along with a bar of enchanted platinum should prove enough to make this item. Well, 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 I just happen to have those items, my good friend. There you go. Take these and fashion me a sheath. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, it makes it easy. Let's see here. Scott M. I regret going SK at level 116. Gonna do heroic 115 in 2 weeks. Why do you regret this Shadow Knight? Shadow Knight is a fairly strong class. Let's move these over here. All right, so we have the sheath, and that means we can go back to Duriek. And what do we got here? We got 3 minutes on that. And where are we bound? We're bound in Plane of Knowledge. Conveniently, where in Plane of Knowledge are we bound? That is a good question. Yeah, free trade is definitely makes things easier when it comes to doing things. Like I had already finished my warrior on the other screen. He's already done the Shadow Knight Epic 1, but he had enough extra stuff to help me complete most of this, just from playing him for so long and just keeping stuff, and it's all tradable, so it's all fantastic. All right, so now we give, okay, we're bound to the soulbinder here. Perfect, that is even better than I was expecting. That's one less zone. So now we can go to Peniel and turn this in and get our corrupted Ghoulbane, which is all the way over here. Zoom, zoom. And we'll turn there. All right, so after we do that, we need to go to City of Mist, and we need to talk to a guy. I don't know if we can skip that, can we? That's all we're doing is talking to him. Oh, it looks like we can. So we go to Toxicilla Forest right after this. I Let's see here. Morning, do you plan on making any videos of the 120 group missions? Which ones? The Terror of Luckland ones? I should have some. I think I've done them all, except, yeah, I think I've done them all anyway. I know I've physically done them all, but I should have videos for all of them. Probably in the Holdridge's Crusade series, but definitely I can go back and do more on those. I know I've gotten a lot of requests to do all the missions, so I'll probably go back and do the 120 missions with my 130 guys here pretty soon. All right, up the stairs and through here. Hail him. He doesn't say anything, so he wants Ghoulbane, which we got from killing a guy in the High Elf City. We got Soul Leech from Kazakh, well, not Kazakh Thul anymore, but from the minis. The Blade from random junk in Sky, and we just did the sheath, so there we go. And we get a corrupted Ghoulbane, which is the Shadow Knight version of Ghoulbane, which is actually a pretty nice weapon, like early in the game for sure. COV missions. Those are so difficult. I don't even know how to. Oh, he despawned. Oh, that's not fun. All right, well, we got that. We got some more True Spirit, and he says, Duriek Bloodpool takes the Ghoulbane, places the other swords on either side of it, and the sheath begins to gleam so intensely you can see the bones inside Duriek's hands. After several minutes, there is a final blinding flash. He collapses to the ground. After a few moments, he motions closer and whispers, "You've done well. I wish fate had been kinder to me and allowed me to aid you years ago. I might have lived long enough to enjoy the fame of our combined efforts. I studied much of this tome and you have retrieved and stumbled upon something you may key of unleashing darkness upon the face of Norrath forever. You must seek out a powerful lich by the name of Rock. Farewell, Nomergard. With this last bit of energy, Duriek places a corrupted Ghoulbane in your hands." All right, so he actually died. All right, so we can actually just skip going to see this lich, because all he's going to do is tell us to go do this next step. So we can go out here to Toxic Forest and do that. Yeah, if I wasn't so lazy, I'd get more. I'd make more videos. I'm just terribly lazy, and I'm kind of burned out. In all honesty, that's why I'm not playing all 6 guys right now. Just kind of, I get burned out every time around March. I don't know why, but I'm actually having fun playing one character right now. So I kind of go in the direction of whatever feels the best. I just saw a command I've never heard of. Use target. What the hell is that? You must select the target first. What the hell does that mean? What does use target? Do I not? Let's see here. Wait, hold on. I'm totally distracted. I've never seen the use target command ever. Permutation peddler. Click him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Use target will open a vendor window. How can we use that to our advantage? Oh my gosh. I've never seen that before. Interesting. All right, what are we looking for here? We're looking for this guy right here. I have no idea how to even say his name. Carthunal or something like that. I don't know. And we're gonna come over here. There he is. Perfect. He's still alive. So, what heart of an innocent? There we go. We get a soul case. Perfect. Next, we need to go to Kara Island, which should be right over. Should be over here, right? Yeah, right over there. I think it used to be a different zone, didn't it? At least I think, anyway. Alright, we need to go over to this guy and say, what prophecy? And we'll get a necklace from him. That is deeper water than I expected. He's like up this way. I don't know for KOS these cat people, but there he is. All right, con these guys. They are ready to attack, so. Jeez, they're nothing to think about. All right, let's hail this guy. We're gonna say, what? Off C. And we get his necklace. Perfect. My apologies, Nomergard. I have said too much already. Instead, I have an errand to occupy your thoughts. Take this as proof that you were sent from me, and find my brother in Peniel. I haven't spoken to him with him in some time now, being essential to our family's destiny. All right, so we kind of got that. And now we're going to go back to Peniel. We need to actually get into the city. All right, so we're gonna have to make a level 1 Uridite. Un momento, por favor. We're gonna do that real quick. So we're gonna need a Uridite. Shadow Knight should work. We're gonna start in Peniel. Random name. That looks like a good random name. Enter world. All right, that's already taken. Random name. Enter world. There we go. All right, so that should work. We got that. All right, so that guy is doing that. He's zoning in. Let's go back over here. All right, so that's where we're at. Seal, talk to, oh, not prophecy. Get a seal. All right, we need to find Gerard Castaigne. Hand the seal to him. And okay. All right, well, there's a lot of running around here, so let's do this. We need to run back to Peniel. And I got those level 1 I just created somewhere over here. So can we auto run in this direction? Should work. All right. So we need this key to open the door. See how I can figure this out here. Hey, Brian, how you doing? All right, let's run right up here. All right, we just gotta find this guy. I got the level 1 here, so we should be able to open the door. come on. There we go. Alright, so this one... The hell are we here? We're in some, like... terrible room. My god, this place is a maze. Alright, that is the spot. Let's dismount because this will get a little weird. Now I can't click that. Let's see here if I click it with this guy. There we go. So that, and then we can click it again with this guy, maybe. Theoretically, I don't know. Guess not. There's a rock right there. There we go. Alright, and through the door, and we're in Viz, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about. Now, we're looking for this guy right here. Which I don't think he was up, so... like, that could be problematic, but... Let's see here in a second. Might have just not noticed him. There he is, right there. Alright, perfect. Now, we need to give him this... Alright, we need to give him this right here. And then he says, "At last, I've been waiting for my brother for weeks. We are doomed. Innoruuk will taint our seed into some perverse, twisted, maddened breed. The prophecy has begun to unfold, and there is none capable of stopping it. Quickly return this note tomorrow. We must hide. We have failed the master. We must escape the hateful one's wrath." All right. Now that's all we had to do. So he gave us a letter. We go back all the way back to Kurron Island to give his brother the letter, which is a lot of work. There we go. Is this our man? This is our man here, our elevator man. Let's click this. Send us back to the top. And you can stand here and wait for us, buddy, because I'm pretty sure we have to come back here. All right, and out. Now we need to go back to Kurron Island and turn this note back into our good dude there. I think it was this way, right? Alright, so that gets us pretty much through all of that, and then we give the note and then we talk to him a little bit. And we got to go back into the hole here after that to find another guy. Alright. Perfect. Right across here. We'll just swim across this. Our swimming's getting up pretty good, so or it doesn't take too long to get across the water here. I guess we could levitate, but who wants to levitate? And that should get us to that, all through all that. And then we have to go down to the jail cell. And there's 2 down there we gotta kill. So I should be fine with that. here. That's the right way, right? Make sure I was going through the right tunnel. Don't wanna screw this up. All the way to this guy, and then I'm gonna stand like right here. We're gonna give him the note. And then, see, he reads the note, eyes widen in panic. He raises his eyes to you and says, "This is grave news, friend. If the prophecy is allowed to be fulfilled, our strength will vanish into obscurity. Goodness and purity will spread like a plague across the land, and the servants of hate will be powerless to stop it." What prophecy? My apologies, no regard. I have said too much already. Instead, I have an errand to occupy your thoughts. Take this as... That's literally what you just gave me, buddy. What is this here? What? Alright, so for some reason that line doesn't work. It's supposed to lead into this line. What became of Larnak? Larnak wandered the deserts of Ro for weeks, sinking deeper into depression and giving into rage. Reports of the local merchants and caravans had him roaming the dunes, muttering to himself incoherently. Eventually he was forgotten, blending in with the hermits and madmen common to that region, forgotten by all save one. Who is this one? Who is the one? Innoruuk. Innoruuk had not forsaken Innoruuk. Once his rage and hate had matured sufficiently, altered his soul, the Dark Prince summoned him and gave him dominion over the demons that had enslaved his mind. He gave him a weapon that made him powerful enough to slay any enemy that stood in his way. He was to become the first human to harness the power of the almighty Shadow Knight. After years of traveling and teaching mankind his newfound abilities, Larnak sneaked back into the Freeport through a series of sewers, searching for revenge against his brother, and in hopes of kidnapping Kurron Ni, the source of his obsession. Waiting until Ghoulbane was alone, Larnak sprang into the shadows and slew his brother. This was the act that brought about his curse. Say what? Curse. Come on, type. As I said, Ghoulbane was highly favored by the Lightbringer. When the contempted god of honor discovered what had been done, he transformed Larnak into a deformed spectral knight and placed him in the ruined city. Larnak then used the remaining of his power to summon Kurron Ni to his side and bind her there in a timeless, seamless sphere. He struggled for centuries to break her will and convince her to serve Innoruuk, certain together that they could remove his curse. But then there was the prediction. What prediction? I feel like something's missing from this story. The prophecy states that one day Kurron Ni will escape the clutches of Larnak, and she will resurrect Ghoulbane. Together, it reads, they will destroy Larnak and undo all that he has done. I trust that you do not. I do not need to tell you, no regard, that this would decimate the foothold in Norrath, our foothold in Norrath. When the prophecy was written, its words spread across the land. The Dark Council was head to construct a plan that would frustrate the words of the prophets. My ancestors were responsible for robbing Kurron Ni's tomb and securing his remains for generations. We have charged with the duty of guarding those remains and a secret plan should the corpse be discovered. What secret plan? The plan is a last resort. I tried to only be tried if Kurron Ni does indeed escape. If the remains are discovered, judging by my brother's words, the time is now. It will take the most powerful hero and all the courage and dedication he can muster to complete the ritual. I will complete the ritual. It seems you have no choice, and this is our only hope. I must first take make a dark shroud. To do this, I must stain it with the blood of an innocent. Go find me rare blood I can use to start creating the shroud. All right. In hole in the jail cell, you'll find Kurron. All right, so Kurron. We got to take a cell key to Kurron. All right, I have the cell key right here. Perfect. And all right, so off we go to hole. There we go. Oh man. Let's go, go, go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So this is this should be pretty quick. The only thing is I don't know where the jail cell is in the hole, so that might take us a little bit of time to figure out where that's at. But once we find Kurron, hopefully he's up when we get there. We give him the jail key, and he's gonna attack us, and then we kill everybody. There's gonna be like 2 people, and we just, I don't know, we just kill them. It seems like that's the gist of this. And that's how this works. Then we take the blood of Kurron back to Marl, and that is all we need to do for that part. This is live on FE. I'm playing on FE. All right, and we are pointing in the right direction. Go through here. This will take us to the right spot, and then down here, jump into the water. Used to be able to swim through that hole. I guess you can't anymore. All right, now we need to go find Kurron somewhere in the jail. It says it requires a group of level 50, but I think we're fine. All right, let's invis. Let's take a look at the map and see if I can kind of get an idea of where this actually is. I don't see Kurron. Monk, epic. Oh wait, there he is. All right, so it is. It's over here. So it's gonna be down this way. All right, perfect. We can do that. Should be right through here. And there should be some stairs down right here. Am I not mistaken? No. Wrong room. That's stairs up. Oh, it's just junk. Never mind. All right. Okay, we need to go this way. Did you really strike me? We don't want that junk. There we go. This door should lead us down. Perfect. And then it should be through here. And there he is. There's our boy. All right. So we're going to kill this elemental warrior real quick. Leave that on the corpse. All right. So let's hail this guy. Help me. Please help me get out of here. My companion Kurron and I are trapped in this hellish place. Say, who is Kurron Ni? I was with Kurron and she attempted to revive the corpse of Ghoulbane the Valiant. And like fools, we rush into a trap. Now we sit here and wait for our deaths. All right, so he wants the cell key. So this drops from a... We zoom out here. This drops from a chest somewhere over here. I don't remember how long it took me to get it, but it took a while. And then there we go. We get attacked by these guys. Notice the flag on her name. She is only available for me to fight. So one's a paladin, one is a cleric, so you might have to do some healing here, but not too bad. Not really trying at all on this guy, but I'm making sure they're snared so they don't run away. Yeah, she does have like some really good resists from what I understand in the text here. Here, let's just... There we go, and then we get the heart and the blood. So we yoink, yoink. Grab both of those. And we schwack him down. There we go. And we got an elemental warrior on us also. Alright, so we take the blood back out to Marl, and then we have to come back in here. So let's do that. Now, the quickest way to do this is going to be actually for me to gate out of here, because you can't walk out of hole, right? Well, you might be able to, but I don't want to find out where it is. It's like over here, right? So if I gate out, I can just take the port back to the book, and then I can be there quicker. Save us some time. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the blood to Marl. He's going to give us a shroud. That shroud we then take back into the ghost area of Hole, where we find the ghost of Ghoulbane. Hand the shroud to it. We'll get some faction. A mummy will spawn. We kill the mummy. We bring the head to Verant Interactive, the guy inside, and then good to go. Getting there. So let's go back to Kara Island. Let's see here. Before I go any further, do I have... Yeah, we're gonna bobbing corpse real quick. It might be slightly faster running across the water than swimming with the horse. All right, so once we have that, once we kill the mummy, we get the will of Innoruuk. Then we combine the will of the Innoruuk with the heart of Kurron Ni in the soul case that we got earlier to produce the heart of the innocent. And then we gotta go to City of Mist. Alright, so do some extra reading on this before we get there, but just make sure we got the gist of this going. It seems faster than swimming. Alright, so we're gonna go back here, turn this in, and let's see here. We want to turn in the blood. We don't need that anymore. Save that. So we're gonna turn in the blood to him, and he's going to give us the next thing. Like this. Like that. So you're gonna take the blood, my friend. Here, take this shroud. You must find the spirit of Gornar and place this item on him. This shroud should force him back to his mummified body, and then you must destroy the newly raised and return it to me. His wrappings. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. Gotta get some mummy wrappings. You know, it's busy work, right? Let's get through here. Zoom, zoom. And I don't know if he's up, down in the hole, so it's kind of like what we're gonna figure out. So we have the dark shroud. We put that over there just so I know where it's at. Ghost area of Paniel. Alright, so we might be able to jump down. I think we can just jump down the whole circle, right? I think that might work. Let's try that. Hey, Milk Crate, how you doing today? Nice, your Mage Epic 2.0 is almost done. Nice. I have not looked at the 1.5 or the 2.0 Mage Epics. I've only done the 1.0 for the Mage. Alright, let's go through here, and then let's just drop down here, right? I think we should survive this. Here, let's do Harm Shield. And then turn off Bobbing Corpse. We should survive it. Like, I don't think we'd die, but it'll get us to the ghost area faster. All right, I'm just reading here to make sure we got it. So we'll find the ghost of Golnar, give him the shroud, and then we should be good. All right. That's not where I want to be. All right, through here. Get a lot of aggro here. We're just gonna drop it all off. Or not. I guess we're killing it all. Oh wow, alright. What does the 2.0 give you? Is it like a two-handed staff? Or I'm not 100% sure. All right, let's just keep running here since these all see invis. I might be able to just ignore them here in a second if I can get to the where I want to be. All right, let's see here. Death piece. They should all reset. All right, so the ghost should be in here somewhere, right up there. Need to switch our spell out anyway. I wish I had Death Savage. That would make this a lot easier. All right, come on. Come on, forget me, please. Now, I do believe we have Invis Undead as a clicky now. I think we do. There's the group version. There should be a single target version. I could have swore I saw that in let's do can activate. Cloak of Shadows. That gives us normal invis. I guess not. I thought I saw that we got maybe it was a different character. All right, these guys are want to fight, so I don't really want to deal with them. Or never mind. I guess we're doing everybody here. These are still in green. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and switch our. I have no idea what just happened. I just saw like teleported or something. Did I cast something stupid? That was weird. See, the 1.5 and 2.0 is a one-handed staff. Looks cool. Mage pet clicky on it. Similar to the Burnout. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Where did that teleport us to? Alright, I guess we're just gonna fight our way through here. This does not look like the way. I think we need to go up. damage. These mobs are just so annoying. Oh wait, okay. Used to be like through here. Come on. And then, all right, there we go. I think that's him right there. Theoretically, hopefully. Hopefully we're there. Hopefully it's up. I'm not seeing it up. Alright, how does this work? So the ghost, is he like a time spawn? What is on this guy here? Respawn time 20 minutes. Alright. Okay, so I just gotta kill things until he spawns, so. That is less painful than I was expecting. So we killed all those. Let's just kill everything up here. Around this way again. And let's put this guy back on burn. He's gonna help with the DPS significantly. Alright, so what do we got here? Junk. Let's see here. So the gist is we just need to spawn him. He might already be up. We just gotta find him if he is. But it says he should spawn down there. We gotta kill 8 heretics. Those 8 heretics are the placeholders. So just kind of see if there's any more. These are all temple bound dudes, so they should be fine. Make sure there's none left in these rooms here. Alright, that's all. Alright, so I guess it's a respawn in 20 minutes. Waiting for that, so got that going. Alright, now let's see here. Let's bring this back in while we wait. Alright, so we got to right here. This is where we're at. So we got the Dark Shroud. We need to go to Ghost Area. We need to spawn him. So we hand that in, the Dark Shroud. The mummy will spawn. We kill the mummy. We get the mummy. We get the head and the wrappings. We'll take the head back to Verant Castaigne, and then he'll be happy. And then we take the... let's see, we'll get back ahead of the Valiant, and then it'll bring back the wrappings tomorrow, and then that should get that. We'll get the Will of Innoruuk. We'll combine the heart. See here, so you'll get the Will, combine the heart with the soul case to produce the heart of the innocent, lift the black curse, head of the Valiant. Okay. Lift the curse or back to the dead city, the mist hand. See, I'll be creeping again. At least, hey, this is good seeing you, man. I hope you're doing well in life. See, hand the corrupted Ghoulbane, the heart of the innocent, the head of the Valiant, and the Will of Innoruuk to Duriek. And then we'll receive his token, and then he'll attack us. And then Marl appears nearby, and then we'll give the token to Marl, and he'll give us Innoruuk's curse. All right, so we're there. We just need this last guy to spawn, and I'm gonna be bored down here, so let's run upstairs and kill some stuff. If there's anything to kill. Oh, there's a light blue one in here, dude. I'm not sure what that's for. A lesser road of abjuration. All right, we don't need that. All right, let's just sit down there and wait while I do this, because I don't want to have to deal with somebody else coming by thinking it's uncamped or anything like that. All right, let that go. While we're doing that, let's pull up the 1.5. Kind of see what we need to do. Okay, so the 1.5, after we have the 1.0, so we go into plane of knowledge, we find CN Castaigne, and let's see here, she wants to go to the Grand Librarian. He wants us to go find an egg at the ruined city of Duriek, bring a raid. See here, 2 full rooms of Mergliders. We need a breeder. Okay, so we need that. And then we need to go play Nightmare. Okay, we have I have the locked Blessed Unicorn Hair. I have the Eye of the Dark God. So we need to go to Plane of Nightmare and get a Gloom Nightmare hide, which will give us this. We need to combine that in a sewing kit. We have 300 sewing, so we're already good there. And then we need to give the sheath back to her. Then we need to go to Plane of Valor, kill Fraga, and then give that back to her. And then go to Plane of Nightmare, hail her, kill her. And then we do get Innoruuk's voice. Then we gotta go to Plane of Knowledge. Timbers Deep, Ocean of Tears, Swamp of No Hope. Kill those guys, alright. And then we gotta kill 6 more paladins. Not too bad. Give all 3 paladin blood samples in the sheath back to Gillinia. Bring a raid to Western Waste. Find Sir Elimus Falmont. And he attacks. Hits for 3,500. Oh, might be bringing a friend on that one. And then quads 3,500. That sounds insane. Then we'll get a chest that will spawn. Yeah, I gotta phone a friend sometimes for sure. And then we'll get the sword. All right, so that sounds pretty easy, right? That's just a lot of busy work. I think we can do all that. And then the 2.0. So that after we do the 1.5, we go to City of Mist. Kill a guy. All right, not bad. Kill a guy. Oh, we need the corroded bracer. I got that. The pendant, the ring. We got those, so we're good there. Which will give us the anchor, which then we go back to Ruined City of Duriek. Hand him that, plus the Discordant Orb of Energy, which I already have. And then, see, we're going to get attacked by a few spawns. And we're going to fight this guy. We're going to loot the essence of a Shadow Knight, after which a chest will spawn with one additional loot item. Turn in the essence with your Innoruuk's voice to Flingo, and I will get Innoruuk's Dark Blessing. All right, that one sounds absolutely trivial compared to everything else. So that should be fine. Hopefully we get this ghost here quick, because I'm already bored. I don't have an attention span for waiting for things to respawn. I don't even know how long it's been. It's probably been like 2 minutes, huh? Alright, so that's good. So we have all these items here. So this is the 1.5. This is the 2.0. Alright, that sounds good. So we still need this guy, so yeah, we're gonna have to go up and down here one more time after this, I believe. Not too bad. I guess I could have pre-done some of this, right? I could have pre-killed this guy, but I guess you can't really, because you have to redo you have to do all of the quest. Are any of these worth wearing? Oh, this one has 10 AC. Where can I put this? On my wrist? Oh, it's an upgrade on my wrist. All right. Like the problem is all my stuff is is raid, and none of these hogs are type 8 or 7, so it's kind of sucks. So the only one I can do is that one. I guess that gets fixed later on in the game, but seems to be a problem right now. Oh, this one I can switch in different places. Let's see here. That one, nope. Nope. These are all extreme. Oh, this one might be an upgrade. It's this 3AC. Where is that at? Just augment. There we go. Is there anything up here? I'm just I get bored when there's nothing to do. Oh, there we go. Gargoyles are respawning. Yeah, they've improved it over the years, for sure. Definitely, for sure, they've improved it over the years. All right, we should just re-clear all this. I mean, it's like free what, 6 platinum per. I mean, I'm like 1800, 1900 platinum into this quest already. So I'd like to make my money back. I don't think I got down here that fast. It took me a little while up here, so let's go back up. Yeah, I think the only thing I'm gonna be worried about is the getting that egg. I hear that's a real pain in the ass, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Like if I camp it or something like that, I can pre-get that before starting the video for that one. Come on. After we finish this, I think what we'll do is we'll go level up the rest of this level. I don't have anything to do today, so I'm gonna go longer as long as I can. Hopefully I can finish this quest. Did not expect this shenanigans right here. Guess I should have expected it. Surprised these mobs are not all back up. I thought I killed them all pretty quick right at the same time. Alright. Should be good. I think if we can get the 2.0, I think was going to be really nice for being able to do some of the solo stuff moving forward. Because we got the breastplate, we're going to have that one, and I think it's just really going to bring this whole thing together really nice. Oh, there's a guy. So much Defiant stuff. It's just crazy. I sent, oh, I don't know how much to my trader just to put for 1 platinum. I should probably just start selling it to a vendor. I can't imagine so many people actually just buying the 1 platinum stuff to use. It's my intention, but I think people buy it, just resell it. Make sure I don't kill the wrong thing here. I just gotta make sure these are all right. So, Fallen Heretic. Yeah. This is a spawn somewhere in the basement, but oh, it can spawn in the graveyard too. So any of the heretics can be the placeholder, I guess. Oh, he summoned me, but he didn't summon me up there. Come on. There we go. More of this black aura. I have no idea what it's for. More fallen heretics. Maybe we got some downstairs spawns now. But I think it took me a few minutes to figure out where these were. There we go. This fallen heretic 1, 2, 3. It's 3 of them. So we killed 4 up top, so that's 7 we've killed so far. Eight. All right, that's 8 of them. Not seeing any more. All right, top comment on Alakazam. Took me 10 to 11 rounds of killing all 8 to spawn it. So, oof. All right, we got them all down here, I guess. Guess there's only 8 total. There, let's go down the middle, I guess. Oh, these guys are back up. Got some gargoyle and everything. The heck is this? Never seen that before, ever. Don't need that. I don't know what that's for. Alright, I guess we'll just do it until we get it. I mean, or I get bored and stop playing for the day. I think that's really what we're at. I mean, I wish these mobs were like always up. I just don't understand why they're not. It's like 0 challenge in doing this. Double check, make sure nothing else spawned down here. Alright, I guess there's only 4 of these, I mean 8 of these things total. 4 down here, 4 up there. That's this is usually where I would cut a video. Walk away for how many ever days it takes to get this. Let's just keep messing around here for a little while. I'll just do probably one more spawn because I'm gonna get bored, and then I'll probably just get it offline. Just FD here for the next 2 days. It's just not worth my time to sit here and 100% focus on trying to get it. I'll also just casually try to do it. Since I'm limited by 20 minutes anyway. These things just melt. Too bad they're such terrible experience at this level. I should have done this earlier. Alright, let's just go down. I don't feel like going up anymore. I think it's a dead end up there anyway. Perfect. All right, zoom out a little bit. What is near us? Is there anything near us? Not really. There's nothing. Just a few of these mobs out here. Hey, Fossil 160, how you doing, man? Let's do this. I believe there is a AUG you can get for the Epic. I don't know what it does. Let me see here. 2.0. It's not really good at searching, is it? Progression wiki. Depths of Dark Hollow, isn't it? Oh, wait, no. There's an achievement for it, so. General. Advancement. Special. There we go. 2.5. Obtain the Shard of the Ancients. Alright, so what the hell is the Shard of the Ancients? Shard of the Ancients. Alright, there's a bunch of them here. Let's see here. Ranger, Warrior, Paladin, Innoruuk. There we go. Dreadspire Keep. So I don't know what you're doing, dude. What are you saying? Why am I playing video games? I don't understand what you're smoking. So this is a primary, secondary AUG, required level, an epic augment. There we go. So an epic augment. So yeah, I guess that's what you do, and it's just an non-removable, and you receive an invisible, non-removable augment to your 2.0. And so you get a different shard element. So all it does, it looks like it adds stats to the 2.0, but it does add a little bit of damage, it looks like. Let's see here. The Innoruuk one adds 4 damage, 15 AC, so gives it a slightly better ratio. See, in an effort to save everyone's misery of doing this raid 10 times, I did with no success, it'd be helpful to write an how-to guide. What is required to get into this zone? I already have the formal dinner invitation. So definitely, here we go. I shouldn't play video games until I'm a millionaire. Well, I guess I'm playing video games. But you have a nice day there, friend. Let's see here. Go to Dreadspire Keep. Speak with Eric von Schlinger. Contrary to anything you may read, there is nothing magical about him. He spawns at random points, random times. You'll want a tracker with you. Enter the raid instance, Dreadspire Keep, Demi-Plane of Blood, by clicking the statue on the right, besides Gallic the Small. Tier 1, kill Graniclaw. Alright. If you will engage him 4 times before he dies. Tier 2, kill Tier 1 again. Kill Red Fang. Kill Hatchet the Torture. Jeez. Let's see here. Charge, you run a player over the trap. Hide away. Run between his legs so he cannot hit you. Run away. Run to the other side of the room. Duck to... Okay, that doesn't sound too hard. Let's see here. Tier 1. Complete the Wailing Sisters. Alright, what is this? What chat is that? My YouTube chat is not even updating. Boom. 24 hours. Go have fun. Alright, let's see here. So this is triggered by hailing one of the 3 vampire sisters. A horde of ads will spawn once the event is triggered. Although the ads spawn randomly, the event is initially... wave is the worst. It goes beyond 20... If the event goes on longer than 20 minutes, the initial wave will spawn again. 3 people must follow the sisters around the crypt area, betray Athele and Brenda by reporting their actions to Christine. You have 25 minutes to correctly relay 10 emotes to Christine. Upon hailing a sister, she will give you an emote and trigger the text which made one of these. Athena will say, "What is Brenda up to?" Whoever is responsible for taking that sister should relay the given. Oh my god, this sounds terrible. This sounds terrible. Alright, finish this last night. I recommend you get a couple of buddies who can track to help you if you want to do it alone for odd reasons. This is what I did. 4-boxed it with the following assignments. Bard, blah, blah, blah. Well, you can't illusion through doors anymore. You can get through the north area, center door. Alright, so that's a long ways away. Let's see here. Very terrible for minimal stats. Yeah, definitely seems like a lot of work to get that thing. Maybe something to do on a TLP, like when everybody's doing it all together. Because that raid seems a little bit much to solo. Maybe we'll give it a shot or two when we get to that raid era. Yeah, I would love like an evolving epic, right? That was like everybody got like some kind of evolving weapon in one of the expansions. I think that'd be pretty cool. Kind of like how they did the what is the item right now? The mask, right? But just make it a weapon. It's got like a little quest and stuff like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. See, I was working on it in Era and never finished. Ouch. That would be painful. How far did you get in there when you were doing it in Era? Alright, so just wait a second for those to spawn. Oh man, alright. So this might take a while. I might call my stream here pretty soon. I don't know. Haven't decided 100%, but I don't think I'm gonna sit here for 10 spawns at 20 minutes a spawn, right? Like I'm just gonna FD here and come back every 20 minutes. Go do something else. like I have no patience for that. So we'll give it one more spawn cycle and see what happens, and then make a decision. Let's see here, have half a page, need the other half. We did the raid that drops it so many times and I've never seen it. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see here, page, what is the page? Oh yeah, here we go. So he's looking for pages. He's looking for from tier 2 encounters in the demi-plane of blood. So it drops from one of those chests. I mean, there's gotta be more to this than that, right? So you kill that stuff. Okay, so that's so you have to do all of that to get to tier 2, and then do tier 2 to get the okay. All right, that's what all that's about. Wow, that's crazy. Went back at 100 and never completed the raid. Oh, jeez. Rare drops and rare raid encounters. That sounds like so much fun. You're competing against 54 other people for something. That's once a week or whatever the timer is. Nope. Oh, there's a heretic. All right. So here's one. Oh, no, never mind. I thought it was him. Oh, I got so excited there for a moment. And then absolutely disappointed afterwards. I read the name. I'm right. There's number 2. Yeah, this is the, I need to spawn the ghost, and then the ghost turn in, that, so, yeah. The #1 post on, Alakazam says it took him 11 spawns, killing all 8 of them, at 20 minutes per, so it's... Ain't got that much time. The Necro 2.0, I think it is, drops off the gargoyles. I had to camp those when I did the that epic. Ah, 2 more. Blasphemy. Number 5. Number 6. There's another one somewhere. It's number 7. And number 8. All right. Yeah, right. Bad experience for sure. All right, so that's all you know this cycle. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna end my stream here, and I'm gonna go get lunch, and I'm just gonna feign death here. Whenever this guy spawns, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn him in and do the kill. Right? It's you turn in the shroud, you kill him, and you get the items, and then the next stream will continue from there, because it's probably gonna take me the rest of the day just off and on doing it. So what we'll do is we'll continue from where we turn in the head of the mummy, right? So that's pretty much what we'll do. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and waste everybody's time with me killing the same thing over and over again for who knows how long. So you know, definitely the thing, right? Oh, we got attacked by something here. But what we'll do that, and then so what is today? Today's Wednesday, so we'll be back tomorrow with hopefully the completion of this quest. And if I get done with this part here, I am going to go and farm the piece that we need for the 1.5. Nice, going to Cancun for the weekend. Awesome. I've been trying to get my wife to want to do that, but she wants to go skiing, so I don't know. But definitely that's the plan. Sorry it's going short, but I was expecting the one shot all this, but I'm not gonna waste you guys' time with doing that. So have a great day. Stay safe, everybody, and thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.